Yo, welcome back, everybody, to another exciting edition of the Smoking Room Podcast, hosted by myself, Dirty Wolf. How we all doing tonight? Sorry, we only got half the screen here. We're just waiting for our very special guest tonight, Sebvald The Magnificent. I believe he's just touching up his hair. For those of you who know Sebvald, you know, he's got a beautiful head of hair. He's got to make sure that it's all up to par, okay? Just give me a second. Katie won't be here till the after show.
Jet, do you know that there are 3 things that I particularly hate?
My man.
Kids, animals, and women with attitudes. So tell me, Jet,
Why do we have all 3 of them neatly gathered in our ship?
Oh, what's up, mate? How's it going, Celestial Anubis? Welcome. We're just getting a nice slow scuff start here while we wait for our special guest, Sebvald The Magnificent. But welcome if this is your very first time here on the Smoking Room Podcast. Hang on, let's get rid of the daily subs for now. Let's get rid of that. Ba-dum. Oh yeah, he's almost done. Yeah, I got him up here. I could see him rocking out like a maniac. We love Sebvald here. We're gonna let him do his thing, let him finish up his floss, and then we're gonna get on with the show. We got a very exciting interview going on today, chat. Hang on, sorry, I know the music's a little loud. Let's turn that down. We got a very, very exciting interview for everybody today, followed by our first ever official Smoking Room after show. It's gonna be very, very interesting. We're going to be doing some drinking games and stuff like that with a friend once they get here. 1 second. And yeah, so it's going to be a very fun night. We're going to be having some drinks, just chilling, you know. So yeah, hope everyone makes it. Enjoy the show. Cheers. And once Sebvald gets here, we'll get right down to it. But yeah, to go over chat. Again, once the time comes, we're usually going to take questions closer to the end of the show for Sebvald from the chat. But we will be taking questions from you guys. So if you... oh God, here we go. If you guys have questions, make sure to save them till the end, and we will go through them all. As well as we are going to be, some of you already posted some really good ones in the Discord of the Cursed Would You Rathers. So we're going to be doing some Cursed Would You Rathers. We're going to be doing a new segment I have called Just Baitin'. Basically going to be me and my co-host here for the after show debating about just kind of some random stupid topics. I've also extended the invite. All of our guests on the Smoking Room Podcast are always invited to the after show. So depending what Mr. Sebby is doing afterwards, I know he's got to do some stuff with a few other people. So we'll see how busy he is. But yeah. Oh, look at, there he is. All right, chat. I think the time hath come. You don't interview Seb graces you with his presence. Very true. Very, very true. Yeah, let me rephrase that, chat. Today we are going to be blessed by the presence of true royalty. I always like to joke and say I'm the king here, but yeah, no, today we are going to be blessed by true royalty, by true greatness, by true magnificence. Featuring Sebvald The Magnificent. Very, very excited. It's going to be great. I think he's just about ready. I'm going to shut the music off. And we're going to get ready to go here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a good show. So, yeah. Make sure, save all your questions till the end. We will be doing that. And during the after show tonight, we will be doing lots of things to get the chat involved. Hang on, chat. I fucking turn that off. And then... turn that off. There we go. That's better. And the chat box. Hang on. Let me see if I can move you guys. We're not going to see you guys very much on this one, but we're just going to put you up there for now. Hang on. Here we go. This is Sebby. He's getting ready to go here.
Son of succubi, scion of sordid acts, and slayer of squalid serfs. See how I stroll, stride, swagger and swirl, spin, slash and stab at stupid, senseless subs.
Oh, he's changed it from Simps.
Shall seek sundry dormant and death by strategic, severing, scintillating shower of shimmering strikes. Send for the sword, summon Sebbywebs, and witness my beauty.
That's right, chat. Witness his beauty. I can't wait. This is going to be one hell of a show. I hope you boys got your drinks ready and your bongs packed. Let's go.
Now,
Hang on.
I shall read some chats.
Okay.
Before I continue.
I think he's going to do his thing first here.
Ninja Shawnee is
All right,
scared.
let's let him
as
read
one
his
should
chat.
be from a-
But till he's ready, chat, yeah, we could just shoot the shit. So yeah, you guys excited? Who's ready for Sebvald the Salacious? This has been an interview a long time in the making. Some of you behind the scenes will know that me and Sebby planned to do this last year, but due to some unfortunate delays, we've had to put it off to now, which is actually fine, kind of. It's a good start to. We had Soul last week for episode 1 of the season 2 of the Smoking Room podcast, and this week we're gonna have Sebvald. So, and next week actually we might be having another return guest, one of our returnees from last season. I'm not gonna state who it is yet, but yes, we. I'll let you know by tomorrow or Monday. But yeah, we have another guest coming up here. I'm going to give you guys the Sebvald for 1 second. I have to unlock the door for Katie when she gets here.
Enjoying that massive co-VP. Now what I'm going to do,
Hang on.
thank you for the spam. I love the emoji spam. Believe me, for showering me with such beautiful love and bits and emojis from chat. It's enough to make a man such as myself coup. And now, we are going to find the man himself, the Dirty Wolf live. He may be a dirty wolf, but he is a fine interviewer. And I'm about
All right.
to raid this man.
Oh, goodness.
And on his stream,
Oh,
I
good
shall
night.
be interviewed by him, the Dirty Wolf himself. And now,
All right,
I shall
chat.
type in his chat, I'm ready. Let's see if he responds. Let's see if he's ready to have me in his Discord right now. And it looks like he is not.
Yeah.
Not ready just yet.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready,
He's ready
Sebby.
for me.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was he waiting for me to respond there?
Well, in that case, the Dirty Wolf, I shall commence the raid.
Oh, my
of
good night.
Swarm of subs.
Oh,
And we
shit.
shall
Here we go,
invade your
chat.
And the interview shall commence. Let's do it. Oh, gosh. A wizard cast a spell on me that made me cough. It doesn't matter.
Hopefully it's not a Corona wizard.
I'm about to raid this man right now.
Oh, God. Here we go, chat. Get ready.
Wolf.
Mods, be on standby. Oh, no, we should be good. Sebby's community is chill. They're all good.
Go. Luna Umbra
All right.
is commencing. My epic music is too loud. Well, in that case, I shall turn it off. Supply followers from Raid Shadow Legends.
Sebby, if you hear me, just join the live whenever you're ready, brother. Here, I'll get in there.
While I wait for the raid to commence, I'm going to pour myself a magic potion from the Legend of Germany. Baroness, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm doing an interview in this man's chat. And after the interview's done, I shall commence my stream once again. That is what I shall do. Hop into the live channel in your Discord whenever I'm ready. Well, that I shall do. I shall
All right,
commence
chat.
the raid, and then I shall jump in your Discord. Chat, give my man Dirty Wolf a follow.
Oh,
He's a
well,
fine
thank you.
dude,
Thank you.
a squire of
Thank you.
Canada.
Yes.
Man, let us leave right here, right now.
All right. Here we go, chat. Get ready. Get ready for true magnificence. Wow, here we go with a party of 28. My good night. Sebvald, you beautiful bastard. do I ever want to suck your cock right now? Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Oh, and thank you for the follows. Welcome. I am your host, Dirty Wolf, and this is the Smoking Room Podcast. That is right. And today we're going to be interviewing all of your favorites, Sebvald The Magnificent, and I cannot wait. Just give me 1 minute here to get the ball rolling here. I'm the worst streamer in the world when it comes to tech stuff, but we're getting there. Okay, hang on here. Now we just gotta give me 2 seconds. Chad will get this beautiful man on the screen who has so kindly graced us with his presence today. There we go. Introducing, ladies and gentlemen, for the interview of the century, and also, sorry, chat, interrupt. Thank you for all the follows. If I don't announce your subs and follows, I will guaranteed do it at the end of the interview. I don't like to interrupt the interview too much, but thank you all so much. I love you, I love you. Now, introducing a man who needs no introduction, the beautiful, the salacious, Sebvald The Magnificent.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Gaze upon my form and weep with envy. For I am Sebvald The Magnificent.
That is correct. Give him another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. I'm simping here. Me too. It's Linky. We're all simping. Sebvald. More. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
I can't hear your clapping in the chat.
Come on, guys. Claps. It's a capital C-L-A-P. There we go. Like great playback. There we go. Show my chat how it's done. Come on, you normie bastards. I'm just kidding.
Yes, that is satisfactory.
That is right. Yes. Now, Sebvald. Now, as my chat reminded me, I came on and said, oh, we're lucky to have a guest today. And they reminded me, actually, no, I am just lucky enough to be in the graces of your greatness. Welcome. It is such a pleasure to have you on the Smoking Room Podcast. We've been working this out with your, I believe he's your agent, Sebbywebz, here for the last couple months to try and get you on, but we know that your schedule's just so busy, but boy, are we ever glad to have you here. And I feel like, you know, my peasantry wouldn't be great enough to give you. I gave you the best introduction I could, but I'm going to let you take the floor here and introduce yourself to my chat. Maybe give them the quick 1-2 on Sebvald The Magnificent.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't say that he's my agent. He is a mere slave, a mere peasant who does my bidding. Right now, he is being strung up in the dungeon by his penis, because it was too short. But after 3 months of being hung by the penis, it should be sufficiently long enough to not be such an embarrassment. As for the reason he is being hung in the dungeon right now, it is because he completely buggered up my Discord green screen. So instead of having my magnificent castle in the background, we have to simply live and stream from his shocking bedroom. Most unimpressive. Very poorly decorated, if I might add. As for chat, on the other hand, those who have just met me, I am Sebvald The Magnificent, the most beautiful streamer on Twitch.
True.
I have the largest penis that anyone has ever had from where I come from. Now, I am not from Earth. I am not from this planet Earth that you humans so like to call it. I am from another dimension. A realm known as Flat Earth. No. Middle Flat Earth. Yes, that's what it is. And I have ruled over this land for 420 years, which coincidentally is my age. Despite the fact that I look like a young 18-year-old handsome goddess, I am in fact 420 years old, thanks to a spell cast by a wizard. And yes. And that's my backstory, ladies and gentlemen.
Wonderful.
And now I shall pass it back to my man, DirtyWolf, the Duke of Canada.
Well, I'm not quite that honored yet, but I have been, you know, we've been trying. We've been on the fight for the legal marijuana here in Canada. But to be honest, us Canadians, we're, we like to pretend like we're the hard workers of the world, but all we really want to do is drink beer, smoke dope, and have Tim Hortons, But to bask in the greatness of somebody like you, Sebvald, this is magnificent. And I'm sorry to hear about Sebby hanging from his cock there in the dungeons, but as you said, hey, maybe it'll give him a little extra length when he returns.
Yes. I mean, his penis, after all, was only a mere 8.5 inches. Whereas on the land of flat Earth, that is terribly short, since the average vagina is about 2 feet deep. Now, I, on the other hand, have a penis 4 foot in length, which is renowned across the land. I have had sex with millions of women, and I've sired hundreds of thousands of children across the land. And I'm very proud of this fact as well. My legacy will live on forever. So
now my question to go with that one is, have you built up a tolerance to penicillin? Because with sleeping with so many millions of women, you must have had your fair run-ins with chlamydia and other dangers like that. Or do such trivial STDs just bow down and wither in fear to the greatness of Sebvald?
Well, I would not be telling the truth if I said it was simply my immune system alone. Now, while it is true that I hover an inch above the ground, which means that my boots do not get a speck of dust and mud on them at all, that is a natural-born gift, the truth is that I had a spell cast on me by a wizard. And what it does is that every time I get an STD, whether it be chlamydia, the clap, gonorrhea, syphilis, crabs, or anything
been there.
Else, Yes. I've had it many times. It is immediately, by the magic spell, lifted from my body, and it is transferred to the nearest peasant in my vicinity. So, as a result, peasants
very
I
effective.
live nearby are all covered in STDs. But it's fine. For I am untouched, and that is all that matters.
Very good, very good. Well, speaking of peasants too, actually, I've heard a rumor that you only piss when peasants are present. You save your piss up, and you only actually you release your wasteful fluids when there is a peasant nearby. Would you like to tell us about that? And then maybe we'll hop back to the sexual escapades here in a minute. But I don't want to get lost in the timeline. As you brought up peasants, that just made me think of a rumor that I heard.
Yes, absolutely. No, it's true. I've never pooed in my life, and I'll get to how that works later on.
Kind of like
but
Kim
when
Jong-un.
I urinate, yes, well, I will explain that later on. But when I need to piss, when I have a massive amount of urine building up in my regal bladder, what I do is I climb to the top of the tallest tower in my castle, and I find the most densely packed and populated group of peasants, and I let fly with an enormous spray of yellow gold. And I shower the peasants with my urine. And I cover them with my STDs. And they look up and they thank me for it. And I do this every time I need to piss.
Truly the definition of a golden shower. Yeah, as the chat just said, a golden shower at its finest. Also, I have to refer back to the chat where my chat was saying that they think you might be their long lost daddy, Sebvald, after siring so many children. It could be possible, chat. It could be possible. He's like a modern day Genghis Khan.
I don't think it's possible. While I have had sex with millions of women, I have only had children with royalty. Namely my relatives, my many sisters and my mother, sometimes my aunt. Oh, yes, of course. No, not stepsisters. Blood, my God. You think I'm a Philistine? And as I look through your chat, I look through their names, I don't see any names of royalty. I see D-Mod, 0, and Tree of Hex, Eccentric 1, Pretty, Christoph, and Clump, the Great Playback. All of these are common names. In fact,
Peasants.
I've seen them in the ledgers of peasantry that I've read through before urinating on them. So there's no royalty in chat. I'm very unimpressed. I'm very unimpressed with the crowd one has brought here today.
That's very true.
Expecting some nobility.
Do we have any truers in the chat for chat as peasants? Yes. Okay. But I had written down here your sex life and children, but see, as we got to that, I want to jump back actually to your kingdom here, your world, this this middle flat Earth. Now, is this kind of the spawn of how we have some? Because here in my realm, in my planet, we have these flat earthers, and mind you, they are maybe even lower than peasants. Some of them, they're a wacky bunch. Now, are they in some sort of relation to the people from your realm, or how does this work? Do you have any knowledge?
Well, first of all, I do have a request, and I hope it's not a little too off topic. Would it be possible if you zoomed my camera out just a tad bit?
Yes.
I feel like my head is enormously large, and
Well,
while I do have a massive ego, I would at least like to be accurately represented.
that's, I just thought for a man whose cock was larger than life, we had to make you look a little bit bigger. Sorry about that. We're still honestly,
that I think looks divine. As you can see, my magnificent shoulders.
There you go.
I wouldn't want chat to miss out on these.
That's right. That's right.
All.
And again, my apologies. That and your green screen problems in the chat, that's all due to the Smoking Room Podcast / DirtyWolf Live production staff. These fucking guys, honestly, we're going to be going on a firing spree here very soon because
It's fine. After this interview is done, I shall have them hung by the neck until nearly dead, and then resuscitated, and then drawn and quartered.
Good.
Problem will be
Yes.
solved. Now, on the subject of flat Earth, I understand that in your realm of Earth, you also have what you call flat Earthers. Now, as a magical enchanted prince myself, I have seen things about your world that you could not possibly understand. And I know for a fact that the flat Earthers are in fact the ones who are in the right. They are the most persecuted minority in the planet Earth, and they deserve some respect. For after all, they are the only ones who are correct about the true nature of the planet, or dare I say, the plane, the surface upon which you live. It's not round, it's flat. NASA lied to you. Space is fake. Don't be a globetard. Don't be a sphere cuck. Earth is flat.
A sphere cuck. I like that. That's a very, very good one. Chat, sorry, I apologize. Please, everybody just save your questions till the end because we will do a segment at the end of the interview where we take just questions from the chat. It's just a little too hectic to keep jumping in and out. So save your questions till the end, and I promise we'll ask all of the ones worthy of Sebvald's greatness to ask to him, okay? Not a problem. So, Sebvald, so I guess that kind of answers the links between our world and your world. But would you like to maybe talk about how you got to this world, like from your world? Like what brings you here? What was the thing that just said, okay, I have to go there and share my greatness with these peasants?
Well, originally, for your interview, as you call it in your land, your Earth, I was originally going to stream from my own land in front of my castle. A castle that looks surprisingly like the Disney World castle, but no copyright intended, because that was a free image that Sebbywebs found from unsplash.com. All rights reserved. But
right, chap.
unfortunately, Warlock cast a spell on Discord, which meant that we could not stream from my realm. And I had to step down and walk through the portal into the realm of Sebbywebs' abysmal bedroom. And unfortunately, I have to stream from here. But don't you worry. He is suffering for it. I will make sure he suffers. And that is why, well, that is how. Well, first of all, I had to ask a wizard to cast a spell. And Sebbywebs had to call a wizard from his own time, a man called, what was it? Elon Musk. Yes, you had to call him.
Yes, the great Elon.
Yes, I understand he's quite a reputed figure in your world. Well, anyway.
We will be talking
Sir
much
Musk,
more about him later, actually. But continue, sorry.
Yes. Excellent. Well, Sir Musk had to open a wormhole, through which I stepped through in a most undignified manner, and I entered your peasant world, and here I am, sitting in Sebbywebs' dilapidated bedroom, streaming right now, asking everyone in chat to witness the most beautiful human who has ever graced your planet. Your plane, since the Earth is flat.
Yes,
And
very
that's
true. Now, the one thing that you haven't brought up about your dimension is that you also are the ruler of this kingdom, correct? Or maybe not the whole dimension, sorry, a kingdom within this dimension. And maybe you wanted to tell us how you got to this high position, right? How you became the ruler of your own kingdom, and tell us about your kingdom maybe a little bit.
That is true. While I am not the ruler of my entire dimension, that is for the elder gods to decide, I am certainly the ruler of my kingdom. And I would just like to say to Christoph403 in chat, you're a bitch. You're a bitch.
Take that,
Now,
Christoph.
Second of all, the story behind how I became the ruler of the kingdom of Flat Earth is quite simple. Once upon a time, my father was Sebvald the Astonishing. Yes. And he was born astonishingly good-looking. And the gods took notice of his good looks, and they said, "You are so handsome that you and all your children shall be the rulers of this land, and millions of peasant women and royal women shall throw themselves upon you, because they are massive kumas. From you, women shall gift tier 3 subs, and you shall accept it graciously. You shall accept it graciously." Sorry, a spell was cast on me, which made me stumble over that word.
Little tongue twister, no big deal.
Yes, a spell of tongue twisting. And now, when I was born, no, it wasn't a wizard, it was a witch. Yes, a very beautiful witch with enormous tits came to me, and she said, "I shall make this man immortal, and he shall live very, very, very long, and he will have sex with lots of women, with tits almost as big as mine." Her tits were very large, you understand. And she cast a spell on me, which meant that I would age very, very, very slowly. Which is why I look astonishingly gorgeous, despite the fact that I am 420 years old.
420?
By the time I was 69, I looked like a 15-year-old. But when I was 420, yes, you can imagine how attractive I am now. And that's why.
Is it now, does you aging slow like that, is it like an immortality spell like she put on you? Like, can you not die? Do you just live forever, or how does that work?
Well, the terms are not entirely specified. I mean, I assume it's forever, but it could simply be a very slow aging spell. The main thing is that right now, at the current stage, I cannot die. And if anyone wants to try and kill me, they're welcome to try. For I have the greatest weapon in the land. A massive pork sword, 4 foot long, which I keep sheathed in my trousers.
The flesh
covered
spear.
In veins. Yes, my flesh spear. It is covered in veins and hair, and a massive foreskin. And when I am in a fight, I slap it around and slay multiple peasants. And when all the peasants are dead, I go and I penetrate their women, who accept willingly. For after all,
with consent, of course.
Resist me.
Oh, yes, of course. And sorry, just to refer to the chat again, yes, Christoph403, he is a god. Also, he can read the chat, you idiot. So yes, you are a bitch. Anyways, moving on. My chat's trolls, Sebvald. You'll have to forgive them. They like to poke at princes to get the reaction, right? You know, it's just how it goes. I have dealt
with trolls in the past.
Yes, I'm sure you've dealt with.
I slew them with my massive foreskin whip.
There you go.
Slap. I slapped them about the face.
I'm sure that you've
crying to their mothers.
Yes, well, I'm sure you've dealt with much scarier than just internet trolls. So there you go. Speaking of fighting, why don't we get to actually your greatest battle? A battle that I am told will be sung in the in the sagas forever. It'll be a battle of history, even greater than the battle for Mordor, even greater than the battle for the Red Keep. Tell us about Sebvald's greatest battle.
The Red Keep? What, you mean the ending fight of Game of Thrones? That was shit. It was rubbish. Seriously, watch the... I've heard of this tome, library, archive on Earth that you call YouTube. And there is a great video that compares the Battle of Helm's Deep to the final battle of Game of Thrones. And my God, it is night and day. First of all, in Helm's Deep, everything is lit with thunder and lightning, so you can actually see what's going on, despite it being nighttime. Game of Thrones didn't do that. It was shit. In fact, I'm not going to go there. We can talk all day. We can talk all day about how poorly Game of Thrones ended.
Yes.
And how much better Lord of the Rings was. But let us talk about my achievement.
To be fair,
That's
I will.
about me.
To be fair, before we get to you, I will just throw in that not only Game of Thrones. I mean, this is a HBO trend, chat. If you watch a HBO show and you love it, probably just don't watch the last season because they're usually fucking bad.
Yes, I understand that there is a culture, an empire you have on Earth called America. And in America, they seem to have a system for making television shows. And, well, I believe that's what they're called. To me, they are moving novels that have pictures and sound. Now, what they do is they put all the effort into season 1, perhaps even season 2. Now, if season 1 is successful, then the people in the office, I believe it's what you call, they wear suits or tuxedos, and they are fat with cigars, which I believe we have back on Earth. And they say, wow, that was a great show. The plebs, the unwashed masses, enjoyed that dearly. Now, even though the story should be wrapped up in 3 seasons, let's stretch it out for 6, so we can squeeze more money out of the plebs, the filth, the proletariat. Now, while I understand squeezing money out of the unwashed masses, I do it all the time, I do lament the fact that this ruins and dilutes the quality of your American TV shows. Now, this was not a problem back in the days of movies. Usually a movie was good from start to finish. But with a television show, if people are hooked in the 1st or 2nd season, they will watch complete shit for another 4.
Yep.
And I lament to say, I am a fan of storytelling. After all, the story of my own life is the most fascinating one of all. But I do have to lament the trend of the guild you call HBO. Now,
horrible bastards.
I believe I was...
You're talking about your greatest battle. We're going to hear about that.
Yes, my greatest battle. Excuse me, I'm going to take one sip of my magic potion.
There we go.
And then I will... Yes, and then I will explain my greatest battle.
Not a problem.
My man.
My God, that's good. Now, my greatest battle was known as the Battle of the Raised Taxes. Now, it was quite simple in its setup. It all started when the peasants got very upset that I raised their taxes by 400%. I can't possibly think why they would be upset. After all, who wouldn't want to pay taxes to me? Anyway, the ungrateful bastards got their pitchforks and their handfuls of shit, and they raised a rebellion against me. And they charged, and they attempted to charge my castle, and I decided, well, enough is enough. So, I lowered the drawbridge, I walked out, single-handedly, by myself. I did not even need my elite guards. I reached into my pants, and I pulled out my enormous pork sword. A massive fleshy instrument of 4 foot long, and I slapped it about, and I slapped them silly. I carved my way through the peasant rebellion until I found their leader, and I knocked him out cold with a mighty strike from my bell end. After that, I let forth a massive shower of coom, and the soldiers, the peasants, the upstart, drowned in my coom, leaving no one except the leader of the rebellion. And when he awoke, I said, welcome. It is now on you to pay all of their taxes, which means that the taxes on you, the individual, are now raised about 4 billion%. And to make sure he paid them, we cast a spell of immortality on him. And you can see him today. If I stand at the top of the tower of my castle, I can see him plowing the fields, cursing the day he was born, because he will take, let's see, how long is it going to take? What's 420 times 69? A lot. He'll be alive for a lot of years to pay back that debt, and I consider this my greatest victory. And that's the story.
So you don't...
Battle of the unpaid taxes.
So you don't have a battle cry, you have a battle coom, just so that we're clear here.
Well, I would be modest to say that I only had one. No, I have a battle coom, and we can all imagine how it sounds. It sounds something like... And the peasants know...
Very moist.
Fear. Yes, they know to run in fear when they hear it. However, my battle cry is... fuck you. Yes, I yell fuck you very loudly.
Terrifying.
As I coom on their faces.
Terrifying.
And they enjoy it profusely.
Let's hold off on those battle cries. I don't want the chat to get too scared, right? We don't want to lose all of our audience here because wow, that was fierce. Yeah, well, that's quite the tale. I'm sure that you have many, many more of those. Now, when will we see possibly the memoirs of Sebvald the Great, so we can get a collection of all these wonderful stories?
Well, that's not going to happen for some time. I mean, after all, despite the fact that I have many, many magnanimous deeds in the name of beauty, it is tradition in Flat Earth that we do not write down our memoirs until near the end of our life. So, I suppose you could expect that in... I suppose we could expect that in, oh gosh, I'd say about, at the rate of my aging, about 10,000 years. And by the way, I apologize for that enormous burp.
Oh, no.
A wizard.
We feel
A wizard cast a spell on me that caused some beer to explode out of my gullet and onto your stream.
No. Let me apologize for the audience. Audience, chat. When somebody with such greatness as Sebvald here blesses you with a belch like that, I want to see hearts and claps in the chat. I want to see pog champs. What the fuck are you guys doing? Come on. All right.
Yes, chat. I'm very disappointed in you.
Get hyped. Let's see this.
I expect you to fall to your knees and thank me with tears coming out of your eyes. And I expect genuine tears, and many of them. And some coom.
Yes,
nice
cooms.
well.
Lots of cooms. Let's go. And also, just to catch back up, thanks again for all of the follows so far, guys. Again, if you're new to the stream, when we do the interview, I usually thank everybody at the end, but we're just doing a quick intermittent one. But I will thank you all one by one at the end, and I appreciate it all very much.
Thank you, chat, for following. Everyone who is lurking in the stream right now, I order you to follow. Everyone who does not follow shall suffer the same fate as SebbywebzTV.
The true king has said it.
You shall be hung from the ceiling by the penis until it is properly stretched out. And then you shall be drawn and quartered. Wow. So fuck you. That's my battle cry.
Okay, hang on. I forgot to turn TTS off here for 1 second. I apologize.
Yes, turn off TTS.
Yes.
I will not
skip
have
all
any
TTS.
Wizards.
Not during the interview.
Omega. Mr. Omega over there, I see what you're doing in chat, trying to derail the stream. You'll be the first to be hung by the penis, believe me.
So
and after that, you shall be circumcised by my teeth.
Now,
I'm sorry. A wizard cast a spell of laughter on me, and I temporarily lost control. But it's fine. The spell has passed.
So
and I'm fine.
To shift things over here we'll split it down the middle more of our dimension here. I want to come to modern day, since you were speaking about how you were the greatest tax collector that your dimension has ever seen, and I want to talk a little bit about what are your opinions here about in our dimension the recent this last week has been a little crazy in the stock market, and you referred earlier to, and not only the stock market, but with a thing we have here called cryptocurrency. You referred to the great Elon Musk earlier, and I want to know your opinion of I thought I hit skip all, you bastards. There we go. Anyway,
well. Christoph 403, a bitch, trying to derail the stream with his TTS. Nice try, but you can't derail me.
That's
right. I
right.
urinate on peasants.
True.
I love it.
So I wanted to ask, what do you think about the influence in this world here of how we have such an influence now on the internet and such places like Reddit and stuff like that, and how one man like Elon Musk can do something so simple as a tweet, tweet out hashtag Bitcoin and watch the stocks just rise and rise and rise. What is your opinion? Because from one great man to look upon another, your opinion it means something here. It holds some weight.
Yeah.
I'm just curious what you think of this.
Well, I would like to say that I think, first of all, that social media was, this network you call social media, much like the geomantic web that we have back from where I'm from. I think it was a mistake. I don't think that the peasants, the rabble, the unwashed masses, the proletariat, I don't think they should have the right to overthrow their rightful lords and masters with this technique that thou call cancel culture. I don't agree with it. I think that those at the top should be able to get away with whatever they want all the time, and no one should be able to say anything, especially if they're a peasant. However, what I will say is that in regards to your cryptocurrency, your Dogecoin, and all that other bizarre currencies and coinage and monies that thou hast, I think Dogecoin is quite an interesting concept. I see that you, in your land, through the use of memes, which I've been told are a form of spell on Earth.
Quite a powerful spell.
Yes, I see that you worship this creature that you call Doge, who is apparently also known as a Shiba dog from Japan, or Japan. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the fact that there is a currency named after this Doge, I am very impressed with. I would like to meet this Doge someday, and perhaps eat him. Or perhaps make him a pet or a slave.
Well,
but either one will work.
At first I was very excited to tell you that, well, you're looking at him, because DirtyWolf translated actually stands for the Doge King. I don't know if you knew that. So you actually are in the presence of greatness. But I would prefer maybe if you do not eat me, please. Although
well, I see that, like, you are the Doge who has simply taken human form to appease the unwashed masses and the peasants who currently populate your planet.
Exactly.
A noble gesture. If you ask me, it's not a bad way to manipulate these filth.
Exactly.
All. They're so stupid, they'll fall for anything.
Exactly. Watch this.
I mean,
chat. Everybody just type a 1 in the chat.
Yes. Type of 1.
Anyways, moving on.
Yes. To show that I am number 1. But
yes,
sorry,
exactly.
To answer
there we
your
go.
question, I did not fully answer your question. I'm sorry, I had to sip from my magic potion. I did not fully answer your question.
Me as well. Cheers.
From my opinion, and cheers indeed, as you say in your earth tongue. Cheers indeed. Now, my opinion on the current, what is it you call your economy? The Wall Street, or is it the stock exchange?
I call it Cunt Street.
Yes, Cunt Street, as some people call it. I have noticed an interesting event in your current historical records, known as the GameStop surge, in which I'm currently still familiarizing myself with the story, but apparently
and
a
AMC.
guild, a guild or a league of innovators known as GameStop, somehow by the use of some wizards known as Redditors, managed to somehow cheat or exploit, and perhaps even worse, legally exploit the stock market into massive gains benefiting them, the proletariat.
Well,
now,
let me just correct you
I'm
really.
of two minds on this.
Let me just
please fill me in
on one thing. The Redditors actually aren't wizards. They're warlocks that practice in dark magic. Just so we're on, everything's correct here. But yes, sorry, continue.
I see. So they are warlocks who practice in dark magic, such as causing me to burp right there mid-sentence.
Yeah, that's right.
That was not me. That was a spell cast by a warlock. Redditor, as we say. Now, the so-called Redditors, from what I understand, and forgive me if I'm poorly versed in this, managed to cause GameStop to rise to the top of the Wall Street, the stock market. What? Semantics. And managed to gain a massive gain for the peasants. Now, I am of two minds of this. Now, while I am in favor of exploiting the peasantry and milking them dry of all their taxes, which is what I understand that you Earth folk are quite successful at doing, I do actually support the peasantry in this. Well, I don't know if I support them, but I admire their deception. I admire their inventiveness and their cunningness. For after all, it challenges one's right to rule when the peasants can simply steal from them.
That's right.
Dare I say, legally. What does it say about you when the very rules that you wrote can be used against you? So, I am of two minds about this. These are not the opinions of SebbywebzTV. My God, please don't cancel me on Twitter. That horrible invention. These are the opinions of Sebvald the Magnificent. Evil and beautiful prince. Character. In other words, these are fucking jokes. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, do not get your legal advice or stock financial advice, anything like that. This is all just a show for entertainment, satire, chat. But
Exactly.
as I will say, though,
it's a show.
our
wink, wink.
our
as you do
rulers,
in Earth culture.
exactly, our rulers here, Sebvald, are not as they're not as great as you are magnanimous. They here, they like to use the corruption themselves. So seeing the peasants twist that corruption in their own favor, like you said, I think it's quite admirable. And
Yes.
Pog
I have
you.
to say, look, I personally don't have a stake in the going on in the affairs of
no,
your
me
world.
neither either.
After all, the ruling class of your world might one day be a threat to my world. So, to watch them do battle with the peasantry is quite amusing for me. At this point, I simply admire strategy. I don't take a side. I simply want to see who plays the game the best.
Exactly.
That's all I'm interested in.
It's like watching a very interesting game of chess.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a game of chess. Yes, I've heard of this chess. I believe it is a board game that you humans play.
Yes, a
in order
strategy
to
game.
Waste your time. Yes, but who
Well,
am I to understand?
most things on Earth are
idiosyncrasies of Earth?
most hobbies on Earth are basically made to just waste our time on this trivial land, right? So we're just getting by.
Well, as a man who has near infinite time, I wouldn't mind partaking in that myself. I understand.
That brings us actually directly into our next topic. I'd like to ask you, we're going to actually get here soon. We're about an hour in, so we're going to get here soon to questions from the chat. Very soon you guys will be able to spam your questions, okay? And the next question we're going to get to first, as you said about wasting time, I want to ask you, Sebvald, what is your favorite, since you've been here in our realm, and it seems like you do have a knowledge in some of our film and show and stuff, our basically our time wasters. You've experienced some of it. Oh wow, you're really on the Smoking Room podcast now, aren't you? What is your?
I understand that on this planet you call these cigarettes.
Yeah,
no, these are quite
a dart or.
Yes. Well, look, we don't have the mechanical means of production on my planet, on my realm, but we do have something very similar to this. And since I'm immortal, it's possible for me to smoke 6 of these at once and suffer no health consequences at all. Now, you were asking me a question. I believe it was, what are my favorite forms of entertainment on Earth? What do you mean?
Do you have
shows, movies, music?
Do you have a favorite book, movie, or show that you'd like to share with us? All of the above, and we'd like to hear that.
Yes. Well, look, I suppose that oh gosh, off the top of my head, I would say that Game of Thrones originally was quite a good show, is that what you call it? It was quite a good series of interactive novels. That would be the right term. Or moving spells on a thing that you call a screen. Now, Game of Thrones was quite a good show up until the 4th season. The first 4 seasons were fantastic. They showed the world as it really is. There's no right and wrong. There's only power and beauty. And then after that, from what I hear, the books run out. And then the TV writers, television, that's what you call it, start writing from season 5 onwards. And that is when the writing of the show takes a massive nosedive. And characters who are set up to be geniuses and who think 10 steps ahead of each other suddenly became blithering idiots who get outsmarted by children. Yes, such as Littlefinger might come to mind, and perhaps even Varys. And, gosh, who else? Why not even Tyrion Lannister? A man who has non-stop win for the first 4 seasons, becomes absolutely useless later on. So, yes, I would say that was a decent show at the start.
They also cut a lot of characters out.
Yes, until it was completely fucked. That was a decent show. Otherwise, as far as movies are concerned, your show, Lord of the Rings, yes, your movie series, Lord of the Rings, is quite good. In fact, would you like me to show you something?
Sure.
Would you like me to show you one of my treasures?
All right, chat. What do you guys think? Let's see it.
Give me 1 second. Chat, don't go anywhere for 10 seconds, or I will bite your penis off.
There you go. Back. And spit it back at you. All right, chat. Well, What are you guys thinking so far? Sebvald's quite the wild man. Here we go. Let's see what he's got.
Well, pretty. You thought I would not be back in 10 seconds, and yet you are incorrect. You are incorrect. Your penis shall not be bitten off today. However, I will show you.
Yeah.
Luna Umbra, if you
What
don't
if
have a
they don't?
penis, then I will... Am I allowed to say this on your
Yeah.
Twitch platform?
Go for it.
No, I don't think I will.
Okay.
Anyway.
Hey
it
man, this is
involves
the
my-
Dirty Wolf live show. If I haven't got canceled already, I think we're we're doing pretty good.
Pretty, Jesus Christ. That's not Jesus Christ pretty. That's not what I was saying. For fuck's sake. I was going to refer to the boobs, and I wasn't going to remove them. I was just going to entice them.
Oh, I missed what she said. Oh God,
Jesus fucking Christ pretty. Anyway, here's what I wanted to show you. Here's what I wanted to show you.
Yes.
Behold, a treasure in your planet. Dun, dun, dun! Wow. This
Nice.
is Lord of the Rings Extended Trilogy in 4K, motherfucker! In 4K, as you say. Which, from what I understand, is a very high, as one would say, resolution
Yes, that's
in
correct.
your planet. Yes, no, I'm very happy about that. Now, that I have not also seen this Lord of the Rings. Well, Sebbywebs has not seen it in 10 years, and I don't think he's ever seen the extended trilogy. So to watch it for the first time in 4K, my gosh, he is going to comb his trousers
Yes.
and explode in massive amounts of sebaceous fluids everywhere.
Yeah, it's very, very much worth the watch on the extended. There's actually quite a bit of new footage if you've only watched the theatrical. That yeah, it's really, really good.
Yes. I mean, to Sebbywebs' memory, he did try watching the extended trilogy once in 2008, and it was on YouTube in 240p, and on his laptop. And he decided, you know what, this sucks, and it's not the right way to watch it. So, it's for the big screen
Yes.
with very loud music,
Yes.
and that is the only way to watch it.
That's very
beer.
true. You know what? Since we're on that topic, before we get to chat topics, I'm gonna bring in a hot take, controversial one. A lot of
I see.
fans of the Lord of the Rings, you know,
Bring it on.
they love the
Bring it
Lord of the
on.
Rings movie trilogy. They love it, but then they hate The Hobbit.
Ah, well, that's completely understandable. I mean, after all, there's a number of reasons for why this would be. First of all, Lord of the Rings does things in practical effects,
Yes.
which means that the orcs are enormous physical specimens covered in makeup and who use weapons that basically are made of real metal.
Mm-hmm.
So, lots of effort and detail there. Now, the orcs of The Hobbit are completely CGI in 3D.
Yeah,
And as
big
we all
majority of
learned
them.
from the Blu-ray days, they look like complete shit.
Mm-hmm.
As we all know from cinema and 3D from your Earth, things that are made of 3D look like they have no weight. And it's a
Yeah.
fucking embarrassment. Second of all, the reason that the movie The Hobbit is not as good as Lord of the Rings is that the movie The Hobbit has no business being 3 movies long.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is a book this thick. The Hobbit is this thick.
Mm-hmm.
And the events of The Hobbit are incredibly insignificant compared to the events of Lord of the Rings. So, it should have been one movie. Smaug was done very well.
Yes.
I will say that. I will say for The Hobbit,
Whoa,
Yes.
Smaug was done the best.
Yes.
The voice acting of Benedict Cumberbatch was deserving of one of these, which I believe is some kind of strange statuette that you gift to
Very high
outstanding
award.
humans. Yes, I understand that there's a sort of sacred
Now-
significance.
Now,
to
do
this
you have one of those,
statuette.
Sebvald? Because I know Sebbywebs has one for himself. Or is
Oh
that...
no, I don't have one. What I do now. I mean, I punched Sebbywebs in the penis, and while he was lying on the ground, writhing in pain, I took this and began to examine it and try to unlock its secrets. Now, apparently, whoever owns one of these is considered a good actor in your world.
Great.
Although there
Some
are
would say.
many people who would say that the nature of giving these out is rigged, and that they're actually literally worthless. So perhaps they are. But anyway, on the subject of The Hobbit, The other thing that was a great source of criticism was the rabbit sledding. Radagast the Brown is an absolute cringe lord, and he shouldn't be in the movie, and he sucks. I don't know if it's the actor's fault or the director's fault or the writing, but whoever it was, the end result is shit.
He just ate a couple too many mushrooms, I think. But yeah, no, I just wanted to get your. I think you share a similar opinion to most people. I myself, I don't think it was nearly as good as the original, but I'm also a sucker for bad movies sometimes, so I can sit through and enjoy just knowing that it leads up to the others, right? But I would agree that I would
disagree. I would disagree. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I would say that the only good scene worth watching in Lord of the Rings, in The Hobbit, is A, Smaug, and B,
I like
Legolas. Specifically, the fight Legolas has between that orc chieftain.
I'll be
quite fun.
I'll be corny for a minute. I like the beginning, like the very beginning of it all, when they're just in Bilbo's house singing the old songs from the. Like I grew up and watched there was a cartoon movie of The Hobbit for kids, full of songs, and they kind of mixed some of that in there and stuff. So I thought that was fun, right?
Wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. It did. I mean, after all, the songs that the dwarfs sing does set up the movie to.
It's a little nostalgia, right?
It really is. Oh, I forgot. The fight between Gandalf and Sauron.
That's a little much, yeah.
That was Dragon Ball in the form of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, actually, okay, yeah. That was fun. What was I gonna say? But yeah,
take your time. After all, I am immortal.
It's the smoking room, so I'm a little We're near the end here, and I'm getting a little. The smoking room is kicking in, but yeah, no, nothing for me beats the Battle of Minas Tirith in the original trilogy, and then Aragorn and them meeting them all in the end. Like, don't get me wrong, Helm's Deep is great, but I'm a sucker for Aragorn, and I love Viggo Mortensen. He'll always be in my heart for that. So
yes, Aragorn, a human being from your realm who's almost as beautiful as me.
That's right.
Yes, a stunning actor, as you might say. Clearly the only man who could pull off that role. It's quite interesting that he was your fourth choice, apparently, according to the making of, which I have heard tale about. I do think that the Battle of Pelennor Fields is good. It's good. However, the desperation of Helm's Deep is what sells it.
Yeah.
There's something about Helm's Deep where I think, how the hell are they going to survive this? Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's almost like the 300 of the fantasy world, one might say. Although 300 is a bit of a fantasy movie itself, one might say.
Yes.
But, yeah. Anyway, full of beautiful specimens. But yes, continue. Ask away.
Well, actually, now it brings us to the latter portion of the stream where, again, guys, everybody, thank you so much again for subs and follows. I will go through and thank you all individually after the interview is done. Quotes of 666 says Mines of Moria slaps. That is very true as well. I'll give you that in the first movie. The Mines of Moria was very... it has a similar desperation to Helm's Deep.
Yes. The Fellowship of the Ring does have a very good fight, and while an army is not involved, they are certainly outnumbered. And it's basically not a fight of the armies, it's a fight of heroes. There we get to see Gimli, Legolas, and Aragorn really show what they're made of. And... yes, I would agree.
For me,
I would agree with 666.
For me, it's also, when I was a kid, I'm a big nerd for crazy, fiery demons. So the Balrog is always, Gandalf and the Balrog is, that's epic.
Absolutely.
Actually, here, for the chat, we'll just give them a quick, I have a Gandalf button, actually. There we go.
And, yes, let's have a look.
There we go. It's just him on the bridge.
Nice.
Now, we had a chance to use it finally, so why not? But now reaches the latter portion of the stream where I do have one more question, but I'm going to say that till the end. First, we're going to take some questions from you, the peasants in the chat. Do you guys have some questions for Sebvald The Magnificent? Now is your time to ask away. Okay.
Go ahead,
it
you
seems
filthy peasants.
Some of them had already started.
Chance. This is your one chance to speak to your better. To speak to a man who is so above you that he literally floats an inch off the ground.
Yes.
It's not every day you get to speak to a prince. to someone who is better than you. So ask away.
The eccentric one is trying to say, ask the goddess why their wang is so small. And then Pretty says, why the foreskin? Well, Pretty, may I actually answer that one for you? I would assume the foreskin is for the armor. If he's using his penis as a weapon, he needs some sort of armor, a sheath.
Well, let's see. Why the foreskin? Let's ask that question first. Why the foreskin? Well, look, it's not enough sometimes to have a penis that is a mere 4 inches, 4 foot long. It's 4 inches wide. Yes. It's 4 inches wide.
Wide. That's
4 foot
that's
long.
thick.
That was a mistake. Yes. A wizard cast a spell on me and made me misspeak. Right there. It's not enough to have a penis that's simply 4 foot long. One cannot get by in a battle with mere blunt force. One also needs whip power. One needs to be able to crack something with lithe, how do you say, flexibility. And that's where my enormous foreskin comes into play. A foreskin which is a whopping 6 foot long that I have to keep wrapped around my right leg at all times because it's so dangerous. It also has a mind of its own. They call it the pink python. Wriggle,
The
wriggle,
pink
wriggle
python.
it goes as it wriggles around in battle, slapping peasants in the face. Yes, it is feared by many. As for the penis itself, well, we've talked enough about that. It's the envy of the town.
Trilogy says,
And of many women.
Indiana Jones whip. Guy, someone legit. Welcome, Guy. Everybody, welcome, Guy. Check Guy, someone legit out
Guy, someone legit.
as
Another
well.
magical being.
Yes.
A man who appears as all things and none. A man who transforms before your very eyes. How dost thou go? Guy, someone legit.
He asks, who would win in a fight, Sebby or Kay Marie's mom?
Well, that is a very difficult question to answer. For Sebvald The Magnificent and Kay Marie's mum would never ever have a fight. For they are both so absurdly attractive that they would simply form a power marriage and rule over the land with an iron fist, oppressing peasants like none has ever seen before. That is the answer to your question, magical being. Guy, someone legit.
Also, if you see any questions, Sebvald, feel free to shout them out. Let's see. Someone says, in your world... Never mind quotes. Don't answer that one. Where's all the good questions, guys? You guys had a bunch of great ones earlier. Well, actually, I remember from earlier, Pretty asked, what is your greatest weakness, Sebvald? Let's ask that one.
Oh, what is my greatest weakness? That's a very difficult question to answer, for as you can see, I clearly have no weaknesses. But if I was to think of one...
Guys, no...
Possibly my insatiable attraction and lust for women with enormous tits. And ass as well. Let us not forget the ass. But boobs are one of my weaknesses, I would have to say. Now, I wouldn't really consider it a weakness. For after all, when I want boobs, I get them. I've never been rejected in my life. The feeling, the meaning of the word is completely unknown to me. However, when I am selecting amongst the thousands of noble and peasant women who I am going to sleep with each night, I dare say the one with the biggest boobs usually wins. And that, I would say, would be my only character flaw.
So that already answers one of our second last question. Are you an ass or a tits man? There you go, chat. Sebvald is a tits man.
It's a difficult thing to say. Ass is necessary. After all, one cannot thrive on tits alone. Tits are fantastic. But an ass is of primary importance as well. If one was to choose... I suppose whenever it's happened, I ask upon a wizard to exchange some of the breast mass to increase the arse size so that it's nice and evenly proportioned. That I would say is important. But yes, no, arse and tits, very important, Sebvald the Magnificent. But boobs might be his greatest weakness when it comes, push comes to shove.
So the Great Playback asked, what was it like being there and watching the battle for Middle Earth unfold?
Ah, yes. No, it was quite interesting. I mean, after all, the battle for Middle-earth had some very beautiful individuals themselves. Legolas, Aragorn, yes, mightily beautiful individuals. Not quite as beautiful as me, which is why I wasn't threatened at all. I chose not to have them executed. I simply let them go on with their business. I let them go. I let all you earth women coom over them. After all, I have plenty of coomers from my own realm. I don't need to get greedy. I thought that the battle was quite excellent. And its competency, its excellence, its execution has not been replicated since. I'm looking at you, Game of Thrones Season 8. You complete pile of shit. Absolutely disappointing. Thanks for wasting everyone's time. A slow burn that lasted 4 years, as we all desperately hoped it would get better, which it didn't. Thanks for that.
And there,
Right, and that's my answer. My answer.
guy, someone legit now asked, does Sebvald prefer javelins or maces?
That's a difficult question for me to answer. I mean, when I am forced to use a weapon other than my own penis, I usually choose a sword. If I wish to make my enemies ugly, which is usually unnecessary since everyone is uglier than me, I would use a mace. But if I'm feeling particularly sporting, well, not sporting, I would say downright lazy, sometimes I will sit at the top of my tower, leaning back on my deck chair, as you earthlings call it, sipping on a martini, which I believe is a magic potion that you
Very
earth
magic.
creatures have. Yes, it has a small, what do you call an umbrella in it. I sit back on my deck chair with a martini.
Try a margarita,
Yes.
better.
Yes, a margarita. Yes, I've heard of
A little
this
extra
potion.
tequila.
Yes, I lean back with a small batch of javelins, and I toss them willy-nilly at the nearest peasants I see. And since my aim is so good, I often don't even need to aim or even look where I'm throwing. I throw them blindly, and I randomly impale peasants. And when I hear their cries, it makes me laugh. Yes, their entire life story, their history, is good for nothing but one cheap laugh when I'm reclining on my desk chair with a so-called margarita.
There you go. And I remember there was a question from earlier. I will ask. It was somebody asked, "What is your armor made from?" And did you make it yourself?
Ah, yes, my armor. As you can see, while it is clearly made out of what shall I call this? Not adamantium, not Valerian steel. Semenian steel. I should say.
Semenium steel. Oh,
Yes, Semenium steel or Kumarian steel. as some people call
Kumarian
it.
steel. I like that.
Yes, Kumarian steel. Yes, while it is clearly made out of that, which is the hardest substance on Earth, next to my penis. The reason it appears so soft is because every night before I go to bed, I snap my fingers. And 15 of the most beautiful noble women, and sometimes the odd peasant, walk into my room, they lean backwards, and they let fly with an enormous burst of coom. I am showered with the liquids and the sebaceous fluids of only the most beautiful peasant women, and it coats my armor beautifully. Now, after having done this for about 420 years, the hard steel has gradually grown soft with the coom of thousands and thousands of peasant women and noble women. Of course, I have my standards, and that is why. And of course, these women need no stimulation at all. The mere sight of my beautiful hair, well, they walk in, they take one look at me, and they get excited. And once they bend over, all I do is a mere flick of my hair.
Oh yes,
And
the
the
flick.
showers of coom, yes, the showers of coom, they come. And they coat me,
I was about to ask
top in my armor.
how a man like myself could get showered with some coom, but now I see. I'm too bald to do the flick, so no coom shower for the Dirty Wolf, I guess. But
Now, Dirty Wolf. There are many ways to have peasants and noble women shower you with coom. Long hair is merely only one of the ways. Now, I have observed your Earth culture for some time, and I have noticed that there are quite a few men, as you call them, who are often showered with coom, despite having not nearly as much hair as myself. Jason Statham, for example.
Very
And
true, very
before
true.
Yes. And
But it
before
hits-
his time, there was Bruce Willis. Men of enormous baldness, who had significantly less hair than you, but showered in enormous gallons of coom. So you simply need to understand why was it that they were so successful. Emulate that in your own way, and you too will have buckets of coom showering you every night before you go to sleep. Believe me.
Well, that is some great advice, Sebvald. I appreciate that. So actually, unless the chat has any more questions, I do have actually our lovely co-host of the Smoking Room After Show has a question for you, Sebvald.
I see. Bring it on. Bring
All
it
right,
on,
all
lovely
right.
host.
I don't see the chat going, so here we go. This is Katie. This is Sebvald. Here we go. Everybody, the co-host of the Smoking Room After Show.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
Hello. Greetings.
Hello.
Greetings, Katie. It's a
Hello.
pleasure to meet a beautiful maiden such as yourself.
Well, it is a pleasure
And I
to meet you.
congratulate Dirty Wolf on having snagged such an attractive young wench. Congratulations, Dirty. You do the dukedom of Canada proud. Well done.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you. And listen, I have been dying to ask you this question. Is there
Of course.
Is there some sort of product or regimen that you are using to get your hair so vibrant and luscious and frankly downright beautiful?
Well, I'm afraid the answer is no. Where I'm from, this is simply my natural hair. I was born with hair this long. It was exactly this long when I was a baby. And when I was born, the matriarch said, "By gosh, this child shall grow up to be the most attractive man in all the land." And she was right. However, in real life, well, if I was to ask Sebbywebs, who's currently hanging by the penis, he purchased this wig from an online store, which, according to the manufacturers, as I think you call them on Earth, they managed to somehow shape it with alien wizardry developed by Elon Musk to naturally hold this shape all the time, which, quite honestly, I'm quite impressed with. And might I say that you yourself have quite a lustrous head of red hair, which, as you can tell by his microphone, is one of his favorite colors. Well done, Dirty Wolf, on snaring such a brilliant peasant woman. I applaud thee.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And thank you for answering my question.
Not at all, not at all. Ask away, ask away.
Oh,
By
geez.
all means, the more you sit here on this chair, the more I am impressed with Dirty Wolf himself. Now, he said that he was unable to acquire a fountain of coom. I should probably stop with this line of thought, otherwise I might get TOS'd. I'm going to change this. Sorry. A wizard cast a spell that made me laugh and
Oh,
change
so unfortunate
subject.
when that happens.
But I would like to say that I commend Dirty Wolf on his taste in peasant wenches. So, thank you very much. Your presence has been duly noted and appreciated. Are there any more questions you wish to ask?
Well, again,
I am here.
It's a pleasure to meet you. So thank you so much for allowing me to ask you such questions.
No, the pleasure is all mine. Pleasure is all mine. Now be gone, foul thought. It is time for your superior, a man, to retake the stage and continue his interview.
Well, everybody, give it up for my co-host of the Smoking Room After Show. And, well, thank you for answering her questions, Sebvald. I hope that was okay to, kind of surprise you with a surprise Coomer fan as well,
It was my pleasure, and
Oh,
I hope
okay,
she
good.
gives you a lot of pleasure later on.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying?
Well,
I'm
Sebvald,
sorry.
unless
I'm sorry.
no.
That burp was very poorly timed. But anyway, continue.
So unless the chat has any more last questions, we're going to. I have a question. I've ruined 7 people's lives this month with no repercussions. At what point do I get a hang or stretch from the penis? Ooh, that's a good question from Quotes of 666.
What was that question?
I
Remind me.
think it's a copy paste. He says, I have a question. I've ruined... Oh, no, it was Christoph. I've ruined 7 people's lives this month with no repercussions. At what point do I get to hang/stretch from the penis?
Well, it depends on the status of the lives you have ruined. If you have ruined the lives of 7 peasants, why, there's no need. There's no need for punishment at all. I mean, after all, that's not a crime. They deserved it by deliberately being born poorer than you. However, if one of those lives has been that of a noble person, especially one of my family, that is when you won't just be hung by the penis. My God, no. No. A wizard shall cast a spell on your penis, so it is 1 kilometer long. Shall I say this? Or 0.67 miles long in American. Jesus fucking Christ. And so, your penis will be 1 kilometer long, and then giants and trolls will come from all over the land, and they shall stamp on your penis. And they shall stamp on it.
My
with their
goodness.
mighty horns, their mighty hooves, their mighty boots. And you shall cry. You shall cry out in pain, and I will laugh. I'll look down on you, and I will laugh. And then finally, once your penis is entirely trampled, a wizard will cast a spell that shall make you coom. And the coom will have to squeeze its way through your trampled urethra, painfully and slowly, until it finally drips out the end and into your own mouth. Because your penis will be so long that it is actually stretched out in a giant circuit. And your squeezed out coom will drop on your face, and you will be the laughing stock of peasants. Thousands of peasants shall be gathered around to laugh at you, and that should be extra... Sorry, a wizard cast a spell on me that made me stutter. And all those peasants will laugh at you, and you should be extra insulted by that, because you are equal to them, but not today. That day, you should be lower than a peasant. So fuck you. And that's my answer to your question. Let's continue.
Pretty says, can I make you saying coom over and over my ringtone?
Well, Pretty, that depends. If you want, you can clip what I am about to say and make it your ringtone. Dirty Wolf, I might ask you to be silent for a brief moment while Pretty prepares herself or his self, whoever he or she is. And I will construct your ringtone, Pretty. Are you ready? Ahem. Coom, 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 coom. You don't know how?
I'll do it for you.
Anyway, Pretty, learn how to use Twitch. My God. I'm not even from this planet, and I know how to do this. Jesus Christ. Yes, clip that. Clip that indeed.
There we go. We got that.
Vlog
Well, that's
Nest.
great. I might have
Vlog
to
Nest.
endorse that
No.
as well.
Your stream is the best one I've ever been to, apart from this one.
Well, thank you. That's a great honor. And it has been a great honor to have you. Everybody in the chat, please, right now, spam lots of hearts, spam lots of claps for Sebvald The Magnificent. It has honestly been such a pleasure. My mods right now are just working on linking all of his channels here in the chat. Boom, there you go. Click all the links. Follow this man everywhere, or you're fucking permabanned from this stream forever. And may Sebvald destroy you with his meat sword, okay? Everybody follow this man right now. He's brilliant. It's such a pleasure to have you. We had Sebbywebs before. We hope to have him again. And, of course, you, or if you allow Sir Sebbywebs down from his hung penis in the basement, are more than welcome to join us on the Smoking Room After Show, where me and Katie are going to be doing some kind of just drinking, and we're going to be doing some cursed would you rathers, maybe a tier list. We've got a new segment I have called Just Baitin', and a couple other fun games that we're going to do as well. So you're more than welcome to join us in a bit. I know you got to get your stream started up again as well, but just putting it out there. And everybody else in the chat, you are more than welcome to join us as well. And I'm going to thank everybody here in just a minute, too, and then I'll get changed for the after show.
Chat, I would like to say one last thing. I also have a YouTube. Well, not me, but Sebbywebz does as
Yep,
well.
it's there.
And on his YouTube, he posts some magnanimous content. Here I am spamming, well, posting that YouTube link in the chat right now. That is where you can see him get up to his most ridiculous antics. And if you would, how do I say this in Earth culture? How do I say this in
If
Earth
you guys
language?
don't go hit subscribe.
What's up, YouTube followers? Thanks for watching the video. Hit the like button, subscribe, and comment and share. Yes, I
There you
believe
go.
that is how a typical Earth human would say it.
Don't
But if
forget
you
to
could
smash
help me
like.
out- Yes, if you could smash the like button, as you so like to say in 2021, that would greatly help me out. So, please join there, and I will coom on all of your faces.
Very,
If you
very
don't
good.
follow me on Twitch, I will personally come to your house and I will slap you in the face with my enormous pork sword. And if that's what you want me to do, then I won't do it. So follow me.
Yes, but everybody make sure to follow this man and especially subscribe to his YouTube. Especially, when we're starting out like this, it really helps. And his YouTube's brilliant. I really love your Sebbywebz VR chat escapades. I hope one day maybe we can do a co-op in there, go fuck some people up in VR chat with some funny voices and shit. I love it. I play Master Roshi, and if you guys didn't know, Sebbywebz plays a
Oh, I see.
crazy Pikachu.
Yes. My Pikachu is absolutely nightmarish. Well, he's not nightmarish. He's just considered a scourge and a nuisance of VR chat. I'm very appreciative of him.
Yes.
Sorry, I stumbled because a wizard cast a spell on me. Made me stutter. No.
But yeah,
What I shall do, chat, what I shall do is... Let me think. How soon is your after show, if you don't mind me asking?
well, it's gonna be going on for a while, so you can just message me whenever you're ready or whatever. I think we're gonna start out first with a couple it's called Just Baitin' topics. It's a little bit debate on so our first topic of the night, chat, is gonna be how many holes are in a straw.
One.
Is there? But it has two openings.
Yes, but that is only due to the mere dimensions of the thing.
Yes, but
it's not, if it was a ring, it would have one hole.
Mm.
A straw is simply a long ring.
But-
oh fuck. Looks like all right. Never mind. It looks like I might have
But
have
do-
disproven
but-
my own point.
but you see what I
Because
mean?
a
Yeah.
wizard cast a spell on me. And
So they're just silly
made me get
topics
wrong.
like that we can kind of have some drinks, smoke some joints, and debate about. And anybody in the chat, we want to hear your guys' opinions on as well. And I got a couple other ones like that. And just fun shit like that. We also have maybe a game loaned by the wonderful Guy Someone Legit. We're going to try out later. I'm going to link him in the chat. But if you guys haven't checked him out already, make sure to check out Guy Someone Legit as well. But
yes, check him out. He's a magical being who is comprised of many different colors
yes.
and patterns.
Yeah, so just give me a minute, I'll do that. But yeah, so whenever, there's no big rush on that. There goes the mods again, chat, linking all of Sebby's stuff. Click those links,
Thank
subscribe
you.
to the YouTube, and also
you.
especially Twitter. Twitter's huge, guys. Get on the Twitter and follow this man on Twitter.
I would say to mods, there's no need to lump them all together into one paragraph. I'd say the Twitch and the YouTube are more than enough.
We like to
I
give it
think
all.
that Twitter and Instagram are things that people choose to follow in their own time. They're simply extensions of me. But the Twitch and the YouTube, those are the main ones. If you don't follow or subscribe to my YouTube, you are banned for life. And I will bite your penis off. And I will look down and I will laugh. Anyway, what I might do, Dirty Wolf, what I might do is I might restart my stream. I will bring Sebbywebz out of the dungeon. I'll cast a spell of healing on his penis, so he's so he feels good enough to stream.
Yep.
And then whether he makes an appearance on your show or not later on depends on how sucked into whatever it is that he does, basically.
Yeah.
If whatever he's doing isn't going particularly well or is fairly boring, he might hop in. But if he is truly sucked in to whatever game or concept he decides to do, he might stick with that. It's the toss of a coin, as you say, in Earth culture. So, I wish you luck.
Yeah,
That's
not a
what I
problem.
do.
Yep, it's no pressure. It's a new thing that we're just trying out, right? So guests of the show are welcome to come on if they want, and if not, we'll also be here just having some drinks, playing games, doing some debates. I linked Guy Someone Legit in the chat because we're going to be doing Draw This from Guy Someone Legit's chat, where the chat will give us ideas of things we have to draw, and I think we have, 1 minute or 2 minutes to draw them, and then chat gets to vote on whose is the best. Just silly drinking games like that, right? So, yeah, but if not, hope your stream goes well. Everybody make sure to follow Sebbywebs. There's all the links again. Follow them, subscribe. It has been a pleasure to have you again, and can't wait to have you back anytime, man. Like I said, Smoking Room Podcast. For anybody that's new, we're just a chill place. We like to shoot the shit. I thought this would be really fun to get Sebvald on the show, but everybody's always welcome to return whenever they want. We can just chill and talk about whatever's current, right? So appreciate you coming again, man. Honestly, it's been a pleasure, and it has been an honor that you have blessed us all with your greatness. And yeah, man, we wish you great luck in all future endeavors, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure. And of course, it's been an honor. My God. And Pretty, I too will miss your comb. And thank you very much, Dirty Wolf. You are noble Duke of Canada.
Oh,
and I hope that one day you too are showered in comb every night before you go to sleep.
Well,
like beautiful maidens from the Kingdom of Canada.
The Kingdom of
believe it is
Canada.
known.
That's right. That's right. I appreciate that.
yes.
And chat, if everybody, again, please spam your hearts, spam your claps. We're going to get the applause button going for Sebvald The Magnificent. It has been such a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
Believe me, the pleasure is all mine. And remember, I will be streaming on SebbywebzTV.
That's
So,
right.
follow it now,
Twitch.tv/SebbywebzTV. Get it, guys.
I'm literally about to go live from my starting soon screen while I transform into Sebbywebs. Yes, I will leave, and Sebbywebs shall return, and he'll be back on stream. So, do it now, or I will bite your penis off, and I will laugh.
That's right.
Anyway,
And then he's going to
Dirty
gift it
Wolf.
to me.
yes, I will give Dirty Wolf your penis.
That'll
And
be
he
my
will
new
laugh at it
stream
as well.
backdrop. All the penises of the fallen victims to Sebvald the Great.
Yes, I have bitten many a penis in my time, and I'm going to end on that note.
Well, again, man, it's been an honor, and it's been a pleasure. Hell of a time. Appreciate you coming, and yeah, hopefully see you soon. And I'll be lurking. Chat, anybody from Sebby's chat, you guys know me. You'll see me in Sebby's chat, cooming with the rest of you, and we hope to see you back here as well. All right, man. Thank you so
Kuma.
much.
You are always welcome. Good night, Dirty Wolf.
Good
I'm
night.
going to leave the Discord call now,
Yep.
and I shall see thee in another time.
That's right. Just if you want to come on the after show, just spam in my chat. Say, hey, I'll come on.
Not a problem.
All right,
I
brother.
shall let thee know.
Sounds good. We'll see you soon.
Fare thee well, and happy cooming.
To you as well.